Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks Part 2. Wasn't really planning on it, and I made this video yesterday and how to fix this. And then somebody asked how he drew that. Well, I didn't draw this, but we're going to try. I like what he did. But let's try this. I'm going to get my Polygon Tool set on six-sided, and I'm going to hit P to put it in the center of the page. Now I'm going to take and make it a three-sided. So now it's in the center of the page. I'm going to try something a little bit unorthodox, maybe. I'm going to go to Windows, Dockers, and Corners, and I am going to say 1.5 inches. That gives us this shape. Now, whether this is going to work, I do not know. So we're going to take an ellipse. This might be the hard way around. And let's make it 3 inches. My ratio is locked. Let me hit P, put it in the center of the page. Let me try this. Select them both and hit T, and it worked. Now, there are several ways to do this. Tell you what we're going to do. Now, let's just do it by hand. You could actually rotate that. And I'm going to hit the plus key, select that, and hit B for bottom and put it on the bottom. Now I'm going to just move this over. I'm just going to change my nudge factor like 0.01. I'm going to hold down the control button and move it closer. And then I'm going to nudge. And I want it right on that line. So I can zoom in and nudge it back. I don't really know that we need all three. But we'll hit the plus key, that, and we're going to hit R for right. And look at that. That came out pretty well. We're a little bit, we might be too big for this, but let's give it a whirl. So what we need to do, and if you look, he had two lines intersecting. I'm pretty sure we're going to be too big. Let's go 2-point line from that quadrant to that quadrant. And where else does he have? So he has from there to there. And, you know, I think that might be all we need. This optical illusion, that line looks like it's curved. So now let's take the virtual segment delete key and delete these lines. Don't know if this is going to work yet or not. You know what? This might work. So let's take the Smart Fill tool. Well, let's change our nudge factor back to 5 inches. Let's take our Smart Fill tool and fill that in. Nudge that out of the way. You never really know till you do it. And now let's go ahead and left click, right click, Control D to make a duplicate. Double click on your X or just click on it and move it to the center of the page. Click off of it. We're there. Rotate it 120 degrees. It's going to be a little bit different than his. It's going to be a little bit bigger, but it'll work. We know it works now. So let's take the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to use all yellow this time. I did on the first video at the very start, and it looked really good. So now let's take our interactive fill tool, and let's just put a little black in that quadrant right there. It's a little bit much. Whoop. Back up. That looks pretty good. I'm going to take away the outline by right-clicking. Control D and make a duplicate. Move the center rotation to the center. A lot of times that'll happen. I'm going to delete one of the copies. I'm going to Control D again. Double click on the rotation. Put it in the center. It is 120 degrees. Control D. I think the yellow looks pretty outstanding. Let's take away the indexing line. Let's bring in a black box. Object order, back of page. That's pretty nice. Anyway, I hope that answered that gentleman's question, and thank you for watching.